Getting the Ember is always nice, but there's one outcome in an invasion that's better than an in-game reward could ever be. The Disconnection. Proof that you whipped the other guy so soundly that he couldn't even bear to look at the screen. Pulling the plug is the ultimate admission of defeat, and allows you to cross the threshold from the simple joy of victory to the lasting bliss of smug satisfaction. I have them all piled up in a folder to watch when I'm feeling down, and here's a few of them that I wanted to share. So, this is the origin of my lore build, Ukar the Giant. Originally, he was supposed to be a gang spanking tool. See, I was still puzzling out how to win these things, and I thought maybe I was losing because they were out-poising me, so I decided to make a build that could never lose in poise. This unfortunately wasn't the answer, but as I attempted to kill ganks, I started to learn strategies for fighting against them. So you'll see some mistakes in this, because I wasn't quite sure how best to deal with gankers at this point. Alright, so there's three of them, three of us, except for number 3 has vanished into the ether. This guy has decided to attack into the middle of all 3 of them, which is a terrible idea, and I do manage to actually cover him. Unfortunately, before I can eliminate Jesus, another guy comes up on my flank, so rather than attempting the futile chase down of Jesus, who has assistance now, I turn around and attack the other guy instead. Sometimes you won't be able to finish the wounded animal, but you can create another one. Like right now, when that guy's perseverance lasted longer than 2 swings, and then I got hit freaking stun locked into a gazillion damage. This is why twink fights are so freaking hard to win. I'll make a tactical error here. I run away and, so I can safely heal, but the problem is doing this means I no longer am pressuring either one of them, which means both of them are free to run up and blindside my friend. So, this guy's death right here is partially my fault because I didn't keep up my end of the fight, and partially his because he used the recovery frames move. Alright, so here's group of Bambis number 2. See if these guys are good enough to help me kill them. Let me just check this grass out real quick first. They might be trying to hide in it, so I'm going to go ahead and mash lock on in the grass, see if there's anyone going for an ambush. I don't find anyone, so I guess we'll go after Jesus again. Once again, Jesus is swinging right out of stun lock because ganking does not teach you how to PvP. Ganking teaches you that every single thing you do is absolutely safe and cannot be punished in any way. Because, it's a gank, you have backup. Even if you fuck up, you're fine. So this guy does manage to get some damage in, but not because he's good. His build's a gimmick. Like, the only reason he beats weapons that are heavier than his ever is because he uses perseverance against them. Not because he knows what spacing is, not because he times his rolls, not because he's clever. He presses the poise button, which I'm not really sure if that should exist. So I'm going for the backstab when he activates perseverance. He never actually swings, so I just decide to swing. Still doesn't activate it, which means he's taking damage. Health is low, time to get up my chase down weapon, and the other Bambis are holding their own pretty well. So far, neither of them have been killed, and they are holding everyone off. Or, except for right there, but, that really can't be helped. And he did his job for long enough anyway. Managed to get him. Lothric Knight is now alone with his whatever stupid, dumb meme weapon, and no phantoms to back him up, so it's time to run. But I'm not going to let him do that. I have a straight sword. You can't get away from this. Biggest problem with Ukar as a gank spanker is he cannot do damage with small weapons. Like, look at the shit damage this longsword is doing right now. It's a heavy longsword because broadsword gets just way too much range reduction to justify the gain in AR. So I'm having to chip away at Lothric Knight's health over 1,000,000 years. And this is not good. I need to kill people quickly or I will lose this fight. Which is, I eventually switched over to a dark build which can do 1,000 damage with every type of attack. His phantom has died, which means it's time to disconnect. The only possible solution. Oh yeah, and I got him for real though. Well, either way it's for real. But this way was more satisfying. Do not think for even a second that hosts and phantoms are the only ones who play like absolute cowards. Here I am against 2 Herald Knights and an Invader all at the same time, because why the hell not? I only have Embers to lose and have a couple billion of them. So, since the Herald Knights can affect both of us, I try and use them against this Invader the best I can, because he has to lock onto me, and I can keep both the Herald Knights and him in my line of sight at all times. I failed to parry on this because everyone fucking fails to parry on that. Look who's not paying attention. Herald Knights can do a lot of damage if you're not watching their swings. There's a reason why I don't try and fight with these Herald Knights when I'm doing invasion. It just doesn't work. So I'm keeping my eyes on all of them, trying to keep the Herald Knights between him and me, because that way I'll be able to chip away at these Herald Knights over time, and he will have to, spend a very long time getting around them and being careful not to get hit by them. And occasionally I'll take a swing or 2 at him, just to make sure he's on his toes. He doesn't know how to reaction roll, though. Congrats, you got that much. Does an R1, which I was not expecting. This one, that'll be a weapon art. Somehow this hurts him. I don't think he was in the hitbox, but I'm not sure how that works with NPCs. I only know that hitboxes are, you know, usually client-side. One Herald Knight is down, so it's time to fight one-on-one. This will not take long. That's a parry bait. Yep. Everyone's the same. Now, he'll be trying to heal soon, but it's too risky to, you know, just go right on top of him because he's half decent, better than the average host, I guess. So I go for the running attack R1 punish rather than the combo. Not paying attention. Watch those Herald Knights. Best not to use attacks that lock you into long animations when these guys are around. He runs off to heal using the healing miracle, which gives me time to do this. His morale completely crushed after seeing me parry a Herald Knight, he decides it's time to quit because the thought of dying in a Dark Souls game is just scandalous. Oh, solo host by the bonfire. Yeah, sure. This is legit. I'm just gonna go ahead and shoot him in the head at least once, so you know if he has any friends, they'll come out and, you know, attack me. Oh look, there they are. He's definitely online, and so are these two. Oh, time to play the old game of will they or won't they move into the enemies? Probably not. Oh, god damn it, one of them has quick step. Quick step makes this 100 times harder because even if you have a straight sword or a curved sword, something that can easily roll catch it over time, as long as one of them is, you know, around you in different direction, you're basically in trouble from the rest of them. So quick step makes this a lot harder. What? How is he? Oh, lovely. Got a latency champion too. Because they are co-opers, their first instinct is to attack every single enemy 3-on-1, even though it's a terrible idea with the invader directly behind them ready to kill them. The first one dies, and the second one gets, I don't know, fucking struck by lightning, I don't know. During that latency, you could have been hit by 15 attacks and we wouldn't have noticed it. Oh, already? Uninterrupted co-oper quits! Thank you, Dark Souls. Either spawn me right on top of them or spawn me 500 miles away. I'll take the free punish on that Charge R2, and doing the Charge R2 thing a second time because these people don't learn. Get a good running R1 on them, even though he could have seen it coming from a mile away. This, by the way, is Jessica. I have turned on PS4 tags because, I don't know, I had it on at this point. Jessica the level ganker. Probably the, you know, the one I have the most familiarity with. Get him with the billion-year-old wait behind the corner trick. You'd think you would have learned how to deal with that by now in her millions of years of ganking experience. Unfortunately, fighting with the Herald Knights, as I said earlier, is really fucking hard, so wait for an opportunity. Wait for one of them to be distracted. What the hell hit him? Where did you come from? What is happening in this invasion? Fuck it, I dealt damage. I'm gonna go ahead and just live with that. This guy has some actual balls and is willing to fight me head-to-head. Probably not a good idea, though, because he has no vigor. Captain Smiley Face is driven off because he was fighting 2 Herald Knights and all of the mobs and me all at the same time with nobody helping him at all. This co-opper goes for a turn and burn, which is one of the more impressive moves I've seen from a co-opper, but, you know, I'm an invader, I've seen that coming. I have taken no damage so far. I have taken some damage so far, but back there before I had, my poise health was at 100%, which meant I could have traded with that greatsword, which is why I did the R1 right. Holy shit. How many times are you going to do that? Someone should put a bell on you. And I got hit by running R1 that I should have seen coming. Whatever. So here I make a kind of a bad decision. I spend time switching to my Silver Cat ring, which was very risky and could easily have gotten me killed. What I should have done instead was ignore the Silver Cat and run for the Ringed Knight that was over that bridge. He would have protected me from these two, allowed me to get my Silver Cat on and retreat safely, and perhaps even take advantage of fighting with the Ringed Knight. Alright, I have no health, it's time to retreat. Unfortunately, I underestimate the amount of time it takes for a running R1 from an Ultra to come out, which means now I have to waste a second vial. Yeah, making a few mistakes here. But luckily, you don't have to play absolutely perfectly to win every invasion, otherwise I don't think I'd win that many. Do it! Do it! Jump! Yes! Yes! This is exactly what I wanted. One sec. Ooh, didn't think that first hit would knock his tears. Whatever, he's dead. Now there's only 2 of them. Okay, so how are we going to deal with you two? Let's get 100% poise health back. For some reason, you have to do a little L2 for that to work. I don't understand it either. It doesn't make any sense. Alright, attacking directly at this crowd could easily get me killed by a blender, so I think we're just going to go this way and let them chase me instead. So attacking them from standstill in a position like that is just way too dangerous. Jessica has left this guy alone? Okay. Interesting idea, I suppose. I'm gonna go ahead and try and get him hit by a hyper armor. It works. He's not dead yet, but now he is. You're an interesting character, Captain Smiley Face. Oh, that's why she left. She's gonna go resummon using the other guy's cover. Just stone cold abandoning me. Loving protector. Jesus, Mr. Lannister. Alright, no reason to take any chances here. Go ahead and heal up. So I got you alone, and how many times am I gonna have to punish that R2 before you learn? Probably 100. This is a ganker after all. They don't learn how to fight. They learn how to resummon. Alright, now there's two of them again. Great. Now it's just got harder. Outspace, and while this guy is setting up buffs like a fucking duelist, I am beating the shit out of his supposed host. Wow. Okay, those regeneration buffs aren't going to do you much good because invasions take a while and your buff will run out. That one, on the other hand, is more threatening. I need to leave. Unfortunately, I get a spurt of false confidence here and decide to take them both on at once, which is a terrible idea, even though I can't really stop her from resummoning. But going in a room alone with two people, one of them with a straight sword and one of them with an ultra that can basically three-shot me, is not a recipe for success. Alright, Kizzy attacks out of stun lock, which means maybe next time I can get a parry. Now what? I need to leave. Congratulations, you accidentally did a good R2. You and I both know it wasn't something you did on purpose because of the previous two you did. Previous three you did. Luckily for me, Darkmoon guy decides to punish my heal with the worst spell in human existence. Freaking bugs or something. Builds up your bleed unless you roll it or eat something to cure it or just don't get hit a second time by it. Man, that smells bad. Alright, let's get this dagger on. Oh, aren't you confident? Well, let's rectify that. For some reason his shield was not facing me at that time. I was really hoping I'd get a guard break and finish him off easily. Goes for the turn and burn, but that's what my shield's for. Don't carry this thing around for looks. Keeps me safe while I'm trying to pursue you. Go for a beam stab when I should not have. I should have just hit him, because I need to take him out quick. Now we attack properly. See, that's all I needed to do. Poor little Jessica, unable to find any signs while she leaves her phantom to die like a fucking bastard, closes the app, but it's too late. I have your name. By the way, about this Dark Souls Remastered thing, probably not going to get into it. Two reasons for that. One, I'm not buying any new video games until I'm employed. You know, gotta incentivize myself somehow. And two, because it just doesn't look like fun. I mean, passive poise is dumb, because now no one's going to want to attack ever. Backstabs are ridiculous. It's more stamina efficient to block than it is to time a roll. All these steps forward that the other games made in PvP were just completely ignored or not implemented at all. And that just doesn't look fun to me. So, I guess I'll just keep making videos about this until Shadows Die Twice comes out. Thanks for watching. Next time.